Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's question has 3 answers, and the third answer is a secret to why it may be worth paying all of the money for Chandler Bolt's courses and offerings. So let's get into it. The question that was sent in today is, how are the self-publishing school reviews? Well, this is a great question because obviously the reason we're asking this question is because maybe his courses and offerings, there's like 4 or 5 of them, might be a good fit for you. So the key issue is that when we go into his courses, we see they cost thousands of dollars, and he does consultings and he has masterminds and all sorts of stuff to help motivate you and to make sure that your books sell. But then the question is, isn't it a little bit pricey? Is this actually worth the money that's being charged as opposed to maybe going with a cheaper course that has similar content based upon what we look at the themes and the different subjects that are going to be covered in this course if you decide to invest thousands of dollars into it? This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com. Hit the subscribe bell if you'd like for me to make more videos like this one, and check out below in the description, and you will find my free self-publishing checklist to help you get started on your self-publishing journey. So, how are the self-publishing school reviews? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my story. When I first got started self-publishing, I listened to an awful lot of podcasts and watched a lot of videos, and Chandler Bolt was, in fact, on the podcasting circuit. I was listening to him showing up on different shows that I would be listening to at the time, where you'd hear him talking about the success that he had in publishing a book and then going skiing and all this book bringing in thousands of dollars a month and things like that. And now here we are 5 years down the line, and he's selling courses that also promised to deliver results regarding how many copies of books that you'll be able to sell if you sign up for these courses, and getting your books as bestsellers, and being able to do the entire process in 90 days, and having the entire, from the beginning, cover designers and editors and people who will help you put together your book, or even take your book and turn it into a course. So there's a number of interesting aspects there and offerings that he's doing to meeting the needs of a wide variety of authors and entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs with regards to trying to simplify the process at a price. Now, so how are the self-publishing school reviews? Well, the first thing is he's been publishing and teaching for years, so it may be worth checking out. He's with the amount of money that's coming into him, it makes it possible for him to fully explore what are the best strategies and stuff, and the ability to help you step by step with the mastermind groups, with the individual coaching sessions, where they can look at exactly what you're doing. At the same point, he's got a network attached to it, so it's able to ensure that your books are going to get the sales that are coming in with running ads. And there's other tactics as well to ensure, literally, you could take a book and make it a bestseller simply by ensuring that enough copies of that book are purchased by individuals that will put it up. And in fact, depending upon the categories of Amazon that you're in, you can very easily take a book that maybe nobody's even heard of and make it an Amazon bestseller overnight. This is a strategy I've seen other publishers. I'm not into his specific methodology for helping you become a bestseller, but that is a strategy that has been used by many people, and then you're suddenly a bestseller, but on a category that may or may not be completely related to your book, but it doesn't actually have to sell that many copies. And the same goes for New York Times bestsellers. Sometimes if you can get 100,000 copies here, 1,000 copies there, literally with just 6, 7, 8,000 copies, you can become a New York Times bestseller. It's unbelievable, but it is absolutely true. I've had a number of my books be bestsellers just because they were popular, particularly my sleep book. It was a bestseller for a number of weeks on Amazon's #1 bestseller list, but I didn't have to do anything. I didn't get people buying the book or anything. But that is a strategy that is a possible scenario. I'm not saying he's doing that. I don't know which methods he's doing, but that is one of the ones where you have a whole group of people, and if you've paid in so much money into it, it makes it very easy for people to get those purchases done. You simply have several hundred copies of your books sold a day, and you will be a bestseller very shortly on Amazon's bestseller, especially if you're a new book, because that also will be a new and best-selling book. So That gives also another way of going about doing that. But at the same time, if you've got the resources, you'll know the best ways to put those books together and to structure the books to ensure those books are going to sell. The next question you're going to wonder is, how much are they going to cost? And that's our second answer of the day. The books the courses are going to cost you between $5,000 and $7,000, depending upon which course you decide to go at, from the introductory level course of just taking you from absolutely nothing on page to having your book published and being a bestseller in 90 days. And he's had about 5,000 students that have gone through this course. But having looked at lots of courses and having taken lots of courses, I can tell you these are the priciest courses I've seen. I haven't seen anybody selling courses that are more expensive than this. I have seen people who've been very positive. If you go on his website, of course, you'll see lots of positive reviews and raving reviews on it. But I've also heard some people that said it was a little bit overpriced. They felt they were being pushed and sold. It's up to each individual. I haven't specifically taken this course, so I cannot comment on that. But I can say that it's the priciest course that I have seen on self-publishing on the market. So then the question is, why exactly would you want to do this course if it is so pricey and it is hitting it? And the answer comes back to the secret question of the day. It's if you have the money, it will allow you to motivate yourself. Somebody who invests $5,000 to $7,000 on a course is a person who usually will follow through and actually do what the course is suggesting. There are so many people who take cheap courses on Udemy, which have maybe sometimes the same content that you might even find on this course, but then it's so cheap of a course that you feel okay with not actually doing it. So in other words, just in terms of not wanting to feel bad about what you're doing, it motivates people to actually go through the process and do the work. And that's the reason why I would recommend definitely taking this particular course or courses that he offers if you have the money and you need that additional motivation and somebody to hold you by the hand to ensure you actually succeed. And since there's so much money being taken on the front end, he's able to ensure that he's going to have coaches and people who will pull you through the process to ensure you're going to get a successful ending. And that's one of the huge advantages of going this route. That would also be the same thing if you were investing in learning chess or horseback riding. The more money you invest, you're going to be more dedicated to actually doing it. So in terms of the psychological game, which is about 80% of this game, this is something that will help pull you through the process to ensure a successful ending. And so, as you can see, I'm not negative at all against his course. I just look and say, well, what exactly is different? Why does it cost so much money? But I can also see how you can get that value back out of it. How are the self-publishing school reviews? Well, tell me what you have found. Maybe you've taken his courses, and you really found them useful. They really helped you get your books, helped you get started on your self-publishing journey, and maybe you earn your money back out of it. I personally have not taken any of his courses. I have been exposed to his content, and I've read, and it's been exposed in other places, other courses I've taken, and things that I myself teach fall under along the same lines of what he's teaching as well. And so that's personally what I found. But go ahead and let me know below in the comments what you found. I respond to all of the comments, and check up above me here so I can answer more of your self-publishing questions. Thanks.